Hello and welcome to the GrapeSEED Official Podcast. We have another highly recommended Vietnamese teacher as our guest today. We welcome Tim to the podcast. Welcome, Tim.
Hello, Aiden. How are you doing?
I am doing well. I am doing fine. I am very well.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, yes.
Yes.
And thank you for having me here today.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We were talking a little bit before the podcast began about how hot it is in Vietnam there today. So good luck. Don't melt while we're doing our interview today, but
Yes. All right.
Let's start with how long you've been teaching GrapeSEED.
Oh, wow. I've been teaching GrapeSEED for almost a year. And I think I started teaching GrapeSEED since October 2021. But I thought everything just happened yesterday, Time flies fast.
Yes. And if you were recommended by the GrapeSEED Vietnam team to be on the podcast after only a year of teaching, you must be quite the teacher, Tim. So I'm excited to have you on.
All right, then I'm still working on what I'm doing now with GrapeSEED. Yes.
Well, it's a growing process for all of us. So let's talk about your classes. How many classes are you teaching this school year and what units are they on?
So this school year, I'm teaching 5 classes. And the students are from different age groups, from 4 to 5 years old and from 6 to 7 years old. Some of them are on the first unit 1 now, because they just started learning GrapeSEED, I think 4 weeks ago. And some are on unit 2 and others are on unit 4.
Excellent. So a lot of Old MacDonald's Farm and a lot of Five Little Elephants.
Oh, yeah, they love it. They love to sing songs every day.
Excellent. What your unit 4 classes? What is their favorite component so far?
Oh, I think my favorite component in unit 4 is the spider's web.
Okay, how about your students?
My students as well. My students, they love it. They wanna dance like a spider, and they wanna be one of the characters in the story.
Excellent. Let's expand this out to your favorite unit in general and your favorite component.
Oh, well, let me see. Honestly, I do love every single unit I taught, but I think unit 3 is my cup of tea. This unit is all about school, which is familiar with kids and while they are at school now. And in this unit, I'm into all the stories in unit 3 because each story brings good lesson for the students to learn about. And I think reading story is one of the good way to expand students' English vocabulary and increases their, familiarity with different types of sentences structures. So we just go further in detail a bit. Well, in this unit about stories, so my students and I love to say the story. We love school. Whenever we went to this school, they love it. They were excited about this. And, in this story, they know how to use the ideas from the story to answer the questions related to school. For example, so when I asked them, oh, what do you love to do in school? Some students told me, oh, they love their friends, their teachers, and they love to sing songs as well, play games with their friends. Others told me they love using crayons to color the pictures and using Play-Doh. And besides, they also learned what they should or shouldn't do in the classroom and practice with their friends in the classroom environment quickly. For example, they told their friends shouldn't mark on walls or on the floor. From the story, I like these things because they are bad thing to do, or listening to teacher is good thing to do. And all these ideas they got from the story to answer the questions. I love it.
Excellent. Yes, I think We Love School is a really great component because it's one of the first ones in GrapeSEED where there isn't a lot of new language or expressions being taught. And it's kind of a review component where students already know all the language in it when they first start hearing it from exposure 1. So they can start making those jumps into talking about themselves a lot more quickly. And that's really exciting to see in Unit 3 because there's not a whole lot of chances for students to really expand upon them using the language themselves about themselves this early on in GrapeSEED. So this is a great starting place for that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, this next question, usually it's a little more difficult for teachers because if they've been teaching 4 or 5 years, they don't remember their training as well. But if you started relatively recently,
Yeah.
when you went to your first GrapeSEED training, what did you think and what were your first impressions?
Oh, wow, these questions reminded me a lot of the first day I went to my GrapeSEED training. There were different emotions happening to me at that time. It was overwhelming a bit as I got an email, welcome to GrapeSEED Essentials and RP training, if I remember correctly, from Vietnam GrapeSEED training team about the detailed instruction how to complete the training successfully in due time, and I wonder, whether could I accomplish the task or not without knowing anything about grapeseeds before. But later on, when I dived into the foundation training, I was amazed by grapeseed curriculum and how beneficial grapeseed brings for the children on the journey of learning English. I thought, oh, cool, this curriculum is so engaging and appropriate for kindergarten from 3 to 6 years old, because at that time I was working for the kindergarten school. And, just that's it, what, is my first impression, with the grapeseed training.
Goodbye, my friends, goodbye. I'm sad to say goodbye. It was a good day, but now I will say goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.